I know the law, Fiddler. I know the law too well.
Then you ought to know that there ain't no way to beat the law. White folks live by it, and niggas die by it.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas out here tripping, bro. Y'all letting y'all emotions control y'all. Y'all niggas out here in crash out mode. All on the internet. Stop. Y'all, goddamn, bro. Y'all ain't tired of it? Niggas spent all them days and nights in jail complaining about missing time with their kids. But now, y'all want to impress some people that don't care nothing about y'all. Man, live y'all life, man. Take care of y'all family, man. Leave the internet. The internet is designed to destroy us, man. And they got me on here talking with all this damn good sense. Y'all niggas need to be ashamed of yourself.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And man, Lil Woody say he on a mission and he ready to crash out. Lil Woody made a post, a threatening post. And the first thing that stood out to me is that Lil Woody said he been laying and waiting to catch somebody for a week straight. And we know it was a beef. One beef we do know about that was very public was that beef with YFN and Lucci camp. So this is allegedly that camp he talking about. He mentioned some different things about Wright Street, and he also mentioned that he done praying. And that's why I got a problem. Because Woody had immunity into where he was supposed to get on that stand and just straight up snitch. And Woody finagled his way out of fully snitching on the stand, in which we know in most states that wouldn't fly. He was blessed right there, and they let you know God was with him, that he wasn't arrested, or they didn't backpedal on the immunity behind him not fulfilling his obligations. So that's one way you can see that God is with you, Woody. So why would you walk away from him? And then I think of another scenario when Woody said he had got in a shootout one time and he was running with his daughter in his arms and he was shooting back at somebody while they were shooting at him and his daughter could have got hit. Woody, God was with you and your daughter then. I look at another scenario that's going on right now that Woody posted. He made a post that his son passed away. And I'm offering my condolences to Lil Woody in that aspect because I don't even know how the pain feel of losing a child. So I can only imagine what Lil Woody going through right now. And I can remember Woody before speaking on a situation that if his son had any problems during the birth, that he was gonna crash out on Charleston White, if I'm not mistaken. Or he was gonna crash out on somebody. I know for a fact he said he was gonna crash out if his baby didn't make it out of the birth in a good shape. But Lil Woody, at this point, is saying he don't care about crashing out. So you mean all this time you've been saying that the police on you and they trying to get you, that you to the point that you gonna hand yourself to them on a silver platter? You gonna make it easy for them? And then you ain't even reverencing the fact that if you go to jail or if you go and do whatever you trying to do, what if it don't work in your favor and somebody knock you down? Or what if you go to jail? Who gonna be out here to protect your daughter like you did when you protected her in that shootout? So Woody, just because you lost your son, you can't throw it all away, because you still got an old lady out here. And you gotta trust the process, bro. You gotta understand that we don't never know what God leading us to. We don't never know what God plan is. You don't know what God plan was for your child. If you believe in God, then you know your child is in heaven with God. You know you're gonna see your child again. So you gotta look at one thing, man. You can't deal with your emotions by causing pain to other people. But when I really think about it and using my common sense judgment, Lil Woody, somebody putting something in your ear that you need to get away from around you, bro. If anybody bringing you bad news or bringing any news that's gonna make you want to crash out or telling you what somebody said and different stuff like that, remove that person out your circle. I don't care how close they is, because why would you want me to be angry? Why would you want me to put myself in a frame of mind that I'm gonna go and hurt somebody? And Woody, why would you disregard the fact that if you go and crash out, you gonna leave your daughter out here without you, bro? You don't know what a person may do to your daughter. And then your old lady still out here, she needs you. And then y'all could have another child. So why would you be ready to throw it all away because of what you going through right now? Woody, pray, my guy. Never give up on God, because he never gave up on you. The fact that you still living out of all them shootouts you've been in, out of all them situations you've been in, just like you think you can catch somebody, you can be caught too. You can die with it. So we gotta wake up, man. We gotta understand what's happening A lot of this stuff, man, it's so much mental trauma goes on in our black communities that I just want our people to get the message that we don't have to live like that, man. And I get it, man. A lot of people grow up in the hood and they grow up in these dire circumstances and to where it's survival of the fittest. But you gotta always understand, man, sometimes your pain will strengthen you for your future. Pain will be a character, so you will be strong enough to face situations once God remove you from that element. Sometimes you gotta look back on the things you've been through. Some things that were bad will work out for your good later because it's shaping you to have a certain type of resilience. I just pray for Woody, man, because I know it's a heavy burden on him, man, because a lot of people looking at him like a snitch. A lot of people ain't treating him the same way no more. Woody wanna still prove that he tough and he a gangster, but Woody, they already know that. So you really ain't even gotta prove that, and you just gotta accept the fact that some people gonna view you the way they view you, and you gotta live with that. But you gotta understand one thing, man. What matters most is how you feel about yourself. Because the biggest mistake you can make is keep trying to prove yourself and keep trying to explain yourself to people who already got their mind made up. And for one, all of the crime and stuff you did before, it's some people that ain't gonna like you anyway. When you saying you shooting people up and then you having all this different type of violence done to people, it's some people that's not gonna like you anyway based on that. If you do decide in your mind that you gonna walk away from God and you gonna crash out, don't put it on the internet. I'm out.